Alright, so in this video, I'm just going to quickly go over everything you need to know about Baal in the shortest time that I can do this in. So it will cover all the main important things like the artifact and weapon rankings, as well as the advanced tips like whether her E can snapshot or, whether her ultimate, what does the attack damage in her ultimate mean. So I actually just want to start off with the attack damage component in her ultimate. And this is just to prove that I have the formula down to calculate the damage accurately. So if you can see here in my Excel sheet, this is actually based on a formula below here. Okay, so this is like a non-crit for no stacks, and this is a non-crit for 60 stacks. So if I remove one component, everything becomes 0. Alright? So this is to prove that it's an actual formula. So what this means is that if I do a non-crit with 60 stacks, it will do 845 damage. And if I do a crit with 60 stacks, on the first hit of her normal attack in her ultimate, I will do 1399. Okay, so that's what this means. Alright, so it's full now, but I'll just use one more Xingqiu's ult just to make sure. Check the stats again. It's the same stats, nothing really changed. I'm gonna use her Q now. 844. 1397 crit. So that was 844 on a non-crit and 1397 on a crit. So if you can see here, this was 844 and this was 1397. So it's only one off from these numbers, and it's most likely due to, maybe the base attack is, 1279 but rounded up, and so on. So now that that's done, the best artifact that you want to have is obviously the Emblem of Severed Fate. If you have been following like the Raiden Shogun news, you would know this already. And the other alternatives that you want to get are the 4-piece Noblesse Oblige and also the Thundering Fury 4-piece. So if you don't have like any of these 4-piece, just mix and match however you see fit. Okay, so for her weapon rankings, I'm just going to use this infographic made by the Raiden Shogun mains. So shout out to them, their Discord is here and their website and everything is here. So the table that I usually look for is actually this one on the right, which is with Bennett. It's either with Bennett or like with any other attack buffing characters like maybe Kujou-Sara or and so on. So the reason why I use this table instead is because my team usually consists of teammates like Bennett and buffers instead of the left table when the team is entirely unbuffed, which is usually which can be the case, but it would be like a hassle to switch over weapon rankings just for the sake of adding in characters like Bennett. So based on this table, you have to note that Staff of Homa sub 50 looks very strong, but actually it's not very realistic to rely on it at sub 50%. So from this, you can tell that the Engulfing Lightning will be the best, followed by the Catch, followed by the Staff of Homa, followed by the Primordial Jade Wing Spear. Then you have the Skyward Spine, which is energy recharge. Then you have the Vortex Vanquisher, followed by the Deathmatch. And then I don't really count in Lithic Spear because it's not really a spear that I use, or I don't think people use it in general, so I'm gonna skip that. So next you have the Star Glitter and the Favonius Lens. So this is in order of the weapon rankings, and that should get you a good start or a good baseline into the comparison of each weapon that you probably have. Alright, for her talent level recommendations, I would level her E and her Q together at the same time. I would probably not level up her normal attacks just because, this isn't really used a lot. So there you go. So from here on out, I'll talk about the advanced things in the form of answering the frequently asked questions. So the first question that people ask is, how much energy does her E give? And to be honest, it is very, very inconsistent and it's like based on a random proc chance. So I can't really tell you for sure. Like it's probably like 50% based on every attack, or maybe 30% or something like that, because sometimes I would get 3 energy particles in a row, and sometimes I would like be constantly attacking and I will only get 1 energy particle every 5 seconds. So it's not very guaranteed, it's not consistent, so you kind of just have to wait it out, I guess. So the second question is probably the most asked one, is whether you want to use like energy recharge percent or attack percent on your sense, or whether you want to use electro damage goblet or attack percent goblet. So the short answer to this is that you want to use energy recharge on the sense, followed by electro damage goblet, but I'm only using attack percent because I don't have electro damage goblet on with this set bonus at least. And the last one is either crit rate or crit damage depending on the ratio. So the reason why you use this is because this is the best in a team, for example with Bennett or other buffers. So what this means is that you generally won't have to swap artifacts around. So this will be the best in overall value when counting in her utility, including the conversion from energy recharge to electro damage, which is based on this talent over here. So that's why energy recharge has more value. However, with that said, like if you actually want more damage, you know, if you want your Baal to do higher numbers, then you would not want to use energy recharge, but you can use an attack percent on her sense instead. But, you know, the value in her utility is obviously more than the damage that she brings. The most accurate answer that I can give you is that you should calculate the damage yourself, you know, because that's really the most accurate way of knowing which to use and whatnot. Alright, so the next question is, does her ultimate give her resolve stacks before consuming it? And the answer is actually no. So how I tested this was, you know, I went to, you know, the Abyss or whatever, and I got up to 45 stacks based on the circle that you see, right, from Baal's ring, I guess. So I got it all the way to like 3/4, and I tested the damage output between it being filled at 3/4 and it being full. So when it's full, it did a lot more damage, and it was very evident. Alright, so the last question that I have is whether her E snapshots with, you know, buffs like from Bennett and so on. So I'm just going to show you right now that it does not. 1993. So inside it, I had 3k attack. And if I let it end, right now I have 1959. So it's a lot lesser. It's not the same as previously, and it basically calculates in real time. So it does not snapshot. So lastly, you know, I'll just talk a bit about the Beidou's thing not interacting well with Baal. And I don't think you really have to worry that much because I think the Chinese community is going ham on MiHoYo, you know, making this change, like really complaining about this change. And just like with Zhongli, I'm pretty sure that will come across. So for those of you with Beidou, you know, just be patient for a bit, I guess. I mean, this isn't confirmed, but, you know, I don't think they will let this slide because, you know, look what happened with Zhongli, right? Actually, I should probably make a list of all the changes I want and like send it to the Chinese community and like get them to, you know, make a protest or something. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that it was short and like complete in some ways. And for her team comms, I will actually be doing an Abyss showcase on stream instead of like doing it in a video. I will do it in a video, but like it will be first on stream. So you can check me out at twitch.tv/itsbanban. And you know, I want to do overload comms, I want to do electro charge comms. I also want to do one with Child because, you know, Child is kind of long lost and forgotten, and I kind of want to bring him back to the field in the Abyss. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, do hit the like and subscribe button, and also follow me on Twitch. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one.